This is Rob, and I am at one of my favorite places in the world, Admiral's Cove in Jupiter, Florida. I've got a bunch of customers here, clients, sold new boats to, brokerage boats to. I'm today on a 2022 Regal 29 OBX. I sold her new, and I am here putting together a package to find a wonderful new home. If you're a Regal wonk at all, just history-wise, the 29 OBX was kind of the precursor to the entire line of LX boats by Regal now. There was a OBX line of deck boats going from 21 feet up through 33 feet. But this was always, the 29 OBX was always truly a bow rider, a deeper V, pointed front end, higher degree of dead rise. And now you have a whole series of LXs have replaced the OBXs. You just have this past year introduced the LX9, which replaces this 29 OBX. Remarkably similar hull, double stepped, same degree of dead rise, same horsepower. The big difference is that that has the hard roof option on the power tower, whereas this is a soft roof option on the power tower. Just to walk you through the boat for a minute, and first of all, special things on it. You get this boat with 200 or 250 twin motors. This is the 250 rocket ship. This is a 62, 63 mile an hour wide open throttle boat. Literally push you back in your seat with whiplash. When we turn around, you'll see that it's got custom painted motors. The cowling's done to match the hull. Spectacular. So we all know that there are lots of benefits to outboard motors. You have much less draft than an inboard, outboard, or pod-driven boat. You have much easier service. God forbid you actually have a major motor problem. Swapping out an outboard motor is something even I could do. Maybe not. But obviously a whole lot easier than an inboard, outboard motor. But being able to go to the sandbars, not worrying about getting your lower units or props into the whatever the bottom is, hopefully mud, but it could be rock or coral. But there's something else, and I'm going to show you quickly, because this is going to go up now, and this is where your inboard motors would be. And instead, we have all sorts of space for anything you can imagine. But typically, on a boat like this, this is where your water toys go. Your rafts, your rings, your blow-up stuff. You can fit even some paddle boards in there. It's just a huge amount of additional storage space. This boat has 103 hours, I believe I just checked. 103 hours. Obviously very lightly used, maintained on a lift at all times, cleaned every 2 weeks, whether it needed or not, and for the most part it didn't. Just to walk you through the boat here, I'm going to start all the way back. If we can just pan around and take a look at these motors here and that custom paint on them, which is spectacular. And when you look at the whole boat with the hull in that matching blue, it is breathtaking. Missing my American flag, got to get that fixed. Here we have this awesome seating which goes forwards or back or turns these into a complete lounge, and that goes all the way flat. If you're familiar with this model or the new LX model, remember you have a moving platform. So here I'm bringing it forward so we have more access on the swim platform, which is already pretty darn big for an outboard boat, and then bring it back to open things up here. Notable features on this, we have a engine flush kit installed, if you can see it right down there. Plug your hose in, push the button, and the motors are flushed one after the other, no fuss, no muss. This also has the Optimus joystick system on it with set point. I think they call it a different thing with Optimus, but basically the virtual anchor, skyhook. Push the button, the boat maintains its exact location, links the GPS with the computer, and does its thing. Awfully cool at gas docks or waiting to get a slip at a restaurant. Freshwater shower out here. Coming forward, we have a remote control for the stereo there. Huge space here. I've got the table set up here right now, It also goes forward. Some people like to have a second table. Great seating all the way through here. Storage under everything. We've got an igloo cooler here. This is one of the cool features on this boat, was flipping these seats. So if we're at the sandbar, now we have this entire seating all the way around. And for a 29-foot boat, that is pretty spectacular. One of the really cool features on the Regals, the power tower, something they have patented. They were the originators of it. Some others have done it, but not quite as well. So this will automatically come down. I want you just to watch your head, Mr. Photographer Nick. So I'm going to bring this down, touch of a button. Now, what that does is, in a rainstorm, I have my windshield closed, I have my door closed, I bring this down, I can drive right through the rain. Not what it was built for. It was built, yep, they want me to turn the motors on, which I'll do momentarily. This was designed to give you clearance under a low bridge for storage, for transportation, but for those of us that live and work down here, this is what it gets used for the most part. Take that back up. And there we go. Just going forward, first of all, lots of storage in the deck here. We have the doors that close here with drawer here, garbage can there. Beautiful head. Again, remind yourself, 29-foot boat. Electric head, vessel, glass vessel, sink, porthole on the side there to give natural light. Not someplace you're going to spend a great deal of time, but if you got to go, you got to go. And it's nice to have a real grown-up toilet. Up in the front, again, great hanging out spot. Beautiful, comfortable seating. We've got armrests. We've got power ports. We have our windlass anchor here with its own separate battery switch. Safety, safety, safety. So that switch has to be on. Turn the switch on, release the safety lanyard, and you have a usable anchor. Otherwise, you do not, which is great. Kind of a cool thing here. If you look at your running light, this is to allow you to be up on the bow of the boat, diving off, climbing on, whatever it may be, without tripping and hurting yourself. So that's just kind of a cool thing. Pop-up cleats everywhere. Looking at the dashboard for a second, you can see here you've got your trim tabs with indicators so you know where your tab is, your Optimus joystick. You also have a bow thruster on this boat. Between the joystick and the bow thruster, it's like having a belt and suspenders on. You can't go wrong. The seat moves back and forth and up and down electronically. We have full covers for the boat. You'll see in the photos, beautiful condition. Overall, Regal 29 OBX 2022, gorgeous boat. Love to show it to you.